参った。泣けか。
ありえねえ、食事と会話の真っ最中に。しかも続きを噛み始めたぞ。
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We are here for some more regionals prep with the crocodile list. The list I'm running with right now isn't running any more of the 5 cost 2K counters, and instead I've gone up one Miss Merry Christmas and up to the 4th Zala. So we are even more streamlined here, all 4 ofs and then 2 3 ofs. Pretty much the most on brand we can go. There's definitely an argument to be had to swap some of these individual cards around between our 2 3 ofs and Patchwork. But I have been really enjoying this list and doing decently well. I'm past 1 billion berries on ranked and hoping to kind of extend that out and see if we can't be ready for regionals. But you guys can watch more in my previous videos for more analysis on the cards in the deck. I think I'll probably do in the last regional prep video, I'll do another more in-depth, deck tech to go with it. But we are still a couple weeks away from that, and I want to make sure that I have all of my experience all kind of lined up for that. So let's go ahead and hop into some games. Ooh, our first game we have here is versus Jimbei. Against Jimbei, I think I do want to go second here. It means their Jimbei doesn't come out right away, and it means we get to try to get pretty aggressive with their guys. This is not a great hand. We're definitely going to need some luck from the deck to dig us out of this one. This is not unsalvageable, but it is definitely really in need of a searcher right now. Oh, oof. We got the searcher, so that's step 1. Here we're going to take Bentham, and I think I'm actually going to go ahead and KO Miss Valentine. I don't always like to do this, but I want to make sure that I have as many chances at finding something to play off of the bone clay here. We are going to take here, trying to find something for this. They have the Arlong here, which is definitely one we want to be able to KO if possible. So we are going to hope for a Mr. 5. We do not find it, unfortunately, so we're probably going to be in a bit of a pickle. I'm going to go ahead and grab the bone clay so that we can pressure it again next turn. And actually, I think I'm going to actually not swing here. This makes this Arlong a little bit easier to clear. Yeah, so we are going to put one of these Patchworks on the bottom. And then let's counter here. I think we can afford the first counter. We'll probably end up taking the other hit. Let's see here. Ooh, Desbones helps. Another Arlong. This is going to be rough. Let's see here. Let's start. We're at 6 on, so we can afford to go with a 6 here. And then we can still get out the Desbones if we need to go at the other one. Yeah, so let's do Bone Clay. We are going to mill 2. Again, we whiff, but we will get to play this one out here. And then I think it's correct to go 7 here. Well, okay, so they give it the counter here. So they're going to be really low on cards. Depending on what they have in hand, we might be able to turn it here. Unfortunately, we are on a lot of bricks, so I am going to have to take this one here. I think we'll be able to get rid of it next turn, though. I think just go ahead and give the counter here. Another 7. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to take. We'll see how our opponent plays it, though. Yeah, 7 here. We are going to have to take. We have gotten very poor hits here. I'm going to swing here because I want to take his cards away before I play the Croc. And then, yeah, here, freeze you. Don't mill cards. And then we will pitch the Miss Valentine, I think. Yeah. It's going to be rough because probably we're going to get hit with a djembe here. Arlong, we can deal with Arlong. Keeping Valentine around will let us use Daz Bones on it if we need. Alternatively, we're just going to end up swinging. Let's see, they have a koala. Ooh, they do find the djembe. Ugh. 9 here. Well, I think we're just gonna lose. Yeah, we just lose right out. Yep. A really bricky hand, that one. Maybe the first one would have been fine, but definitely the deck did not perform in that game. Let's hop into the next one. All right, now we have a boa. This one can be a pretty tough matchup. I'm gonna go second. I do think this one is probably okay. We're gonna keep here. We get to do double search, which is usually pretty good at setting us up. And we want to take Daz Bones here. We have one of each of our main targets here in the trash. So they're putting what is most likely the 6 here. Yeah, let's give the 2K here. We don't have to go low yet. I am going to go for this here. They probably just are gonna do it, although it is something that they have to think about. Yeah, they do get there with the Gorgon Sisters. Mill 2 cards. We're gonna play out you, and then we're gonna swing at it. Unfortunately, it is just the reality of the matchup that they're going to get this card some amount of the time. We have the Babe here that we'll be able to play out next turn and really help. Here we need to be paying attention to what they have in their hand here. They have a 2K, 2K, and a nothing with 2 blanks. We're going to confirm here. 6, 7. 7 here. I think I let him go. Unfortunate that that's the way it works. And then here, I am going to give the 2. So let's go here. I don't think they want to give this up yet. Slave arrow, pick up the thing. Okay, so that's a bit of an annoyance there. But we will make do. They're gonna heal. And they got rid of the Marguerite. 2K, 2K, 1K. I gotta remember that. So they have 5, 6, 7. Let's just assume they have 7K encounter on. Here for a 7, we will take this one. A 6, let's counter. And then a 7, let's do you, grabbing back a 2K. So I think it is correct to go at the board here. Okay, so that's 2K, 2K, and then 1 mystery card. Let's grab... What are we grabbing? Do we grab Bon Clay? I think we do grab Bon Clay and Wednesday here. And then we will aggressively go at the Gorgon Sisters to get it off the field if we can. First go here. 2 at 2. This is probably the kind of card they want to give counter for. But let's see. If we can keep this guy up, that probably helps us. We are gonna lose a life on this burn. Okay, they do, and then you can't attack anymore. Oh, because they have an 8. I forgot about the Kuma. That's important. And they give it up. We know they have a Gorgon Sister and one unknown here. If it's the Boa, okay, so it's not Boa. Let's see what they search. Okay, that Boa. And they have a Gorgon Sisters here. So 7/7 here. We can give you a 2K. And then 6/7. We are going to use the ground death to protect him here. Because I think... oh, yeah, I miscalculated that. This does mean they have just a Gorgon Sisters right now. I'm going to swing here. They want to take the free block, that's fine. Now the block is not usable the same anymore. So we can do... ideally we'd like to get a blocker, but I don't think we'll be able to here. Well, we could get a blocker, I guess. We know there's a 2K in hand, so let's give... I don't think we want them to have cards here. If they give us the blocker, that's fine. And then we will set up for All Sunday to clear this one. They'll have 2 attacks, potentially no cards in hand. Let's see how they play this. They're thinking pretty hard. This is definitely a pivotal moment here. And I think we have to go for the blocker almost. They do let him go. Okay. In that case, we definitely go for block. Blocker 2K. And then we are going to pass the turn here. Another Boa. Okay. They're only going to get the 1 life burn if they go for it. Eight here. So it's going to be 8. I think I'm gonna block, get a 2K back here. I don't think the blocker was getting any stronger. An 8 here, we can do 2K, 2K. And then 7. We will have to take this one. Oh, good, we get a nice trigger here. Sunday is gonna have to be good enough. So, we know this is Gorgon Sisters. Okay. Let's go 8 here. We have to play blocker. We know they do not have, what's it called in hand right now? Femur. Yeah, let's just go for, and then we will choose 0. I think it's correct to try to upgrade one of these. Here we do hit a 2K. And, well, we're doing what we can. If they hit triggers, I don't think we were going to win this one anyways. Get another... The Gorgon Sisters out. Interesting. Going for more attacks. I'm going to pass here. Let's see how they do their math. 5 is a counter. And then another counter. Did they find the femur? Okay, bow is fine. They're just gonna go again. 5 here. Patience is key here. 8 here. Interesting that they did that. Let's do you. And then we're gonna play over here. Gonna grab a ground death. And we're gonna play here. You don't mill. Grab. Oh, do we not have a second Mr. 4? Ooh, that is a problem, probably. Then we will grab another Valentine. 11 cards. It'll be less. I think we just have to keep digging here. I think we have to stop here, though. And we'll pass the turn here. Have they found the femur yet? 10 is 2 and 1. Or that plus 1. We're gonna heal again. We do have to block here. Grab back Croc. Ooh, that was not correct to grab Croc here. So they don't have cards. We have to hit them 5 times to do that. We're gonna have to play out Babe. How do we get rid of this Croc? I don't think we're gonna have a chance to get rid of Croc. Let's just go swing. 8. Unfortunately, I think they got us here. Unless they mess up their math. Yeah, Marguerite's probably gonna seal the deal. And we're going to don't mill, and then freeze, and then then play you, and pass the turn. Only on 3 cards. They should have math here if they figure it. Okay, they have the femur. I knew they were gonna find it eventually. Unfortunate here. Couldn't find the right pieces we needed to dig our way out of that. I think we needed to find a Croc much earlier in the game. The Crocs were evading us, and the second, missing the second Babe off of that last All Sunday, I think, was also really harmful to us. Let's jump into another one. Oh, here we have Dofi. We will go first. This is what we've learned is the correct thing. I am gonna mulligan this. Disappointed. We're gonna pick up the All Sunday here. Okay, so we're gonna mill 2. Okay, that's pretty good. And then we'll just swing a 7 here. It's not gonna make a big difference. They're gonna redirect to Dellinger anyways. But just get the swing in. I probably should have played out the Golden Week and swung a 5. But that is okay. Sugar and another Dellinger. I think we're gonna take the first one here. Here we can do Nikita, getting a. Let's see, what do we already have? So we'll grab the ground death as setup for next time. We're going to build 2 cards. I think for the sake of pressure, I'm going to play out the Daz Bones and rest that. I'm not going to swing at it. I'm just going to keep going at face here. Yeah, we're not gonna swing here. We got away with them not using leader ability, which means they won't be able to get both of these off the board as easily. Rosine Law is a bit of a problem. Here, I think we do give the counter. Here, we go 5. And we go 6. That's fine. Ideally here we will find... yes, we do find one of those. Let's grab the 2K. Unfortunately, we are 1 shy from being able to... 1 Dawn shy from being able to freeze that as well, but next turn will be a good opportunity to freeze that. Do not think they're going to want to use up the... they're at 9, I guess, so that's that. Yeah, we let that one go. I'm not worried about that. It is off the field. I think we take here, and then we start doing our freeze. This leads me to believe that they probably have something like slow beam. We'll see how they play it here, but slow beam I would expect. Now let's go with a 5 now, and then we'll go with 8. And this is definitely a just go face matchup. I don't think it's going to make a difference if we try to clear board. That's just giving them free counter. Force them to use their leader ability to get this. Freeze you. And you. We're not going to milk 2 cards here, and I think we're going to give up... We're going to just give up one of our 2Ks. You can't attack, and we'll pass here with ground death up. Our board is relatively protected. The 10-drop can still clear the double finger, but then they can't do much offensively. A 5 here. I'm going to give a 2. I will take this one, though. Okay, yeah, I think that work is a correct play. Let's see what they go to KO here. Cost of 8 or less, it means it has to be double finger. I don't think they anticipated it being double finger there. And here we get to even just play out another double finger, which will work out nicely for us. We'll swing a 5 here. See if they do the free block. And swing 8. Who they take? Swing 10. And then give me a 1K. Yeah, they do give me a 1K. And then we will do... Wait. What is the angle? I don't have a second Croc, so I won't be able to freeze both the Dofi and another card here. So maybe we use Valentine to look for a Croc. Let's see how many we already have passed up. Just 1, so 2 out of 18 is a pretty decent shot, so I think maybe I do that. Missile Sunday also is going to be fine here because we'll get to play back our Zala. And in the event that we're so we can't do both Zala and All Sunday here. Needed to think through that. So I think the correct line then is going to be Croc freezing this, and then a blocker off the All Sunday. I'm gonna not mill here, getting rid of this. You can't attack. And then we'll do All Sunday, getting you, and I'm gonna grab a Miss Wednesday here for next turn's offense. Baby 5, that's gonna give them a heal. 7. -2. Here we'll just give a 2k and a 1k. Eight. We will give the ground death. 8. Let's do the block, grabbing back a 2k counter. Although maybe the 2k counter was not necessary there. They are going to go ahead again, so let's do 2-2, because I want to hold on to this babe just in case I don't draw anything. We end up drawing another one, so let's just go with a 5 here. They've been holding up this 2 Dawn pretty much the whole game, so I do expect there's going to be a slow beam at some point here. Let's go with an 8 here. Let's go with another 8. I think we just have to push him as low as possible here. 2 and 2, and then let's see here. This one's going to go into baby 5 no matter what we do, so it might as well. Yeah. And then I think it is correct to do... Let me think. How do I make this work? We need to... play 2 of these and then freeze the Rosie. I think that's probably correct. So let's do minus here. Don't mill, pitch, you can't attack. Ooh, we found a Croc, that's perfect. Then we can do patchwork. -3, freeze over here, and then we play another Croc to freeze here. And we pass turn here. Okay, they only have the 2 attacks here. They do have another baby 5. Unfortunate that that is the way that it's going to go. Hopefully we can protect our guys. I guess they only have a single attack on one of these All Sundays if they want to go at All Sunday. Expect them to go at face, most likely here. And I think we try to go for game next turn. If they're holding up the 2 again, then it's probably that slow beam again. In which case we do not swing our 5 first. We're gonna need to swing with our bodies first. They're going for an 8. That's an easy 1 here. 8-8. They are gonna go 8-8. And then we have the 1 again. Okay. They got the 2 back from... Oh, that's why they're... I've been reading this as them doing that more intentionally. So we're going to swing a 9 here. We're going to swing another 9 here. We're going to swing an 11. Yeah. We're gonna swing an 11. And then is 11 is gonna be 2K, 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 1K. Which I don't think I have to do. If we're being honest, I don't think I have to do that. I think I can get away with just a 5K. We will shrink the Dofi. Don't mill, pitch this. Can't attack. Ooh, we hit another Croc. I wish I had known that was coming. And then we play out you, and we pass there. We may have gotten ourselves in a bad spot here. I think I may have misplayed this. We'll see if our opponent sniffs it out, though. They're only on 9 Dawn. That makes it a little bit easier to get through. If they have another baby 5, they might be incentivized to just go another turn. Because I think that they might be able to go clearing board and then just try to go for another turn. They are going to go for board, I think. I think it's correct to do this just because it is more Dawn investment for them to do it this way. Oh, nay. We can protect here. They have no blocks. So 9 first, I suppose. All right, leader ability is gone. If they want to freeze, Nor beam sword. And then big swing for lethal. This might not get it, but it's gonna be close. Oh yeah, we get there. Well played to our opponent. I do think we fumbled a little bit in the end game, but we did end up getting there. I think if our opponent had sniffed out that they should have gone for it, that would have been pretty tragic for us, but we do hang on there by the end. Let's do another one. Here we have another boa. Boa, I think we want to take second. This one we keep. We have the double searchers, and we have our first thing here. Okay, we even found that to start. We can grab one of these, and then we want to grab a 2K, and we pass. Here probably comes the 5. Let's actually go ahead and give the first one here. Okay. That one is not protected. If we can hit a, what's it called? We will. We will mill 2. We do not hit. That's okay. But we will swing here. We have to get these out of the way at some point. If they're going to hit them, they're going to hit them. And they do give us a 2K counter there. Interesting. Or a 1K counter, I should say. Ran, so it's going to be 5. I'm going to counter. Then we'll take the second one. Okay, there's something to play out. I think here we need to just go at board. And then we can even put some more oomph in it, but I don't think I will. I think they're just gonna let me take it this time on this one. Then we can do we do a block? Or do we do 2, 3? Not quite enough for a swing there. Let's do let's mill 2 and then we'll play out you, rest you, and go a 7. If we get 2 out of them, then that's great. Yeah, see there, we got 2. We got their board clear. It only took 1 life for it. We will need to be a bit more. Ooh, that hurts for our opponent. They thought they could do that. We have the +2 cost across the board here, and that does eat up their entire turn. 5. That's easy to give this one. Here we want to get some equity out of our All Sunday if we can. So we're just gonna swing. Okay, good that we're getting counter out of them. Okay, and then we do All Sunday, getting back blocker and searcher. And the searcher grabbing another 2k and pass the turn. I think that misplay by our opponent's going to be pretty fatal. Because they're going to essentially be 8 here. What do we do with 8? See where they send it, I guess. 8 at 6, we do let him go. I don't need that many bodies. 5. Let's see what they hit. 7. Did I hit anything? 8 should be enough, I think. If we did 2Ks out of them, that's fine. 2K, 2K, and then we freeze you. Don't mill. We don't need another bone clay, and we pass the turn here. I think we've definitely got the game here. Although I did think that last game too, so I won't overspeak here. This is probably the boa. I'm just gonna give it the 1. Yep. 5 lead. 7 lead. 9 lead. 10 lead. Yeah, and there we go. Yeah, these triggers, when you get them out, don't end up getting you as far. I guess you do draw a card. No, I don't know what I'm saying. I haven't played enough Boa. Let's go ahead and do a wrap up. All right, wrapping up with the list. Everything is still pretty much lining up. I feel like the list is about where I'm happy with. Maybe a couple cards. I should maybe next week try running down to 3 patchworks and see if that's still about what works. And then if we're going down to 3 here, we might go up to a 4th babe, or we could look into some of the tech cards for the deck. I've seen Hakuba. We could try running him as a card that lets you KO your own guys, which means you can get extra use out of your crocodiles, because you get to use your leader ability to KO crocodile. He comes back. Then you use Hakuba, KO him. He comes back, and then you get to play out a 3rd crocodile. So there's potentially a lot to be liked there. And if you have more than 1 Hakuba, obviously you can get even more value out of it. So that would be one that I would be interested in testing out as a card in the deck. I don't know where that fits into the deck, though. Maybe it works well in place of Patchwork in general, because oftentimes it'll give you the access to the same thing. Because Hakuba, you do your swings, use Hakuba to give -5 to something. When the Croc comes back, it immediately frees it. Then you can use Croc ability to give another something minus, and it'll then you'll bring back Croc and do it again, and then you can play out your Croc still. So let's maybe plan to test that out next week. Otherwise, thanks again for hanging out with me as I'm practicing for regionals, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.